Okay, let us continue Nazism. Nazism was influenced by German nationalism. There was different movements, Bolshevik movement in Russia, then anti-communist parliamentary groups that emerged in Germany during the Weimar Republic after Germany's defeat in the First World War. Like fascism, Nazism also was against democracy. It was anti-democratic and anti-liberal. They believed in one leader, but apart from fascism, another speciality of Nazism is Nazism focused on race theory or Aryanism. They believed that German people are belong to superior race. Hitler was a propounder of this theory, Aryanism, superior race theory, and they tried to suppress all other races. So that although it was established long before, but truly come into power in 1932 when Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany. So Hitler tried to spread the theory of Aryanism, and also Nazism spread. Its ideology was very widespread, and this Nazism, like fascism, Nazism was completely against democracy, freedom, socialism, national ideas, liberalism, everything, and they only focused on one party rule and one leader, and try to suppress all other parties or oppositions or criticism. So Nazism, it's a German brand name of fascism. Its core belief is extreme nationalism. They had a belief that German nation is right or wrong, it's supreme, and German people's races is also supreme. They belong to Aryan race. So believe that Germans were a superior people destined to rule all of Europe. So a belief in the expulsion of inferior people. They considered Jews, Slavs and communists as enemies. So they tried to suppress them. And extreme nationalism is one of the important feature of Nazism. Then they were anti-Semitic, that means anti-Jewish. They also involved in military expansion, always engaged in territorial expansion, war. They were war-loving people. They strengthened army, maintained every possibility for war, and there was forceful leader like Hitler, and they had strong government control under Hitler. They were anti-communist, and they introduced Aryan race theory and believed in purification of races. So they tried to remove all other races from Germany and also from Europe. Nazi party, it was supported by middle class. So it adapted swastika as symbol, its Aryan symbol of sun. Then they organized private militia of stormtroopers. They also known as brown shirts. So they were all uniformed brown shirt followers were there. They were given training also. So Hitler motivated them even in prison. He wrote a book called My Struggle. So outlined his goals of territorial expansion, and he said Germany needed more space, more living space. It's called Lebensraum, and outlined plans to conquer Eastern Europe and Russia to get it, because he believed that German people, German speaking people, they belong to superior race and they needed more space. They were spread in different parts of world, so they have to come together. So there is more living space needed, so that Germany wanted to conquer Eastern Europe and Russia. Then Germany asserted Germans as Aryans. They were master race or superior race, and they considered others like Jews, Slavs, Gypsies as inferior or subhuman, non-Aryans. So they made plans, especially Hitler outlined his plans to create a racially pure nation. Okay, so Aryans, especially the German people, they will belong to superior race Aryans, and they should be very pure, so that other inferior races should be avoided, they should be abolished. You should be killed, either killed or to be sent out. So, racially pure nation, that is their aim, and this nation, racially pure nation, that is Germany, should dominate the world. So, that was the main goal of Hitler and Nazism. So, Nazism subscribed to theories of racial hierarchy and social Darwinism, identifying Germany as part of what the Nazis regarded as Aryan race. It aimed to overcome social divisions and create German homogeneous society based on racial purity, which represented a people's community. So, Nazis aimed to overcome all social divisions and created a German homogeneous society. There should not be any divisions, any stratifications, any gaps between German people, because all German people are based on, they were all belong to Aryan race. So, there should be a homogeneous society, a uniform society. So, Nazis aimed to unite all Germans living in historically German territory, as well as gain additional lands for German expansion under the doctrine of Lebensraum, and exclude those who they deemed either country, alien or inferior races. So, they tried to exclude other races, other people, and they considered other people as enemies. So, Nazism is a definition, a form of totalitarian German politics. Its important feature is extreme nationalism and radical racial politics. In the modern day, we call Nazi regime as fascist government, but at the time they were separate from Mussolini's fascist party. The term Nazi is also used as an insult today. So, here the symbol is clear. I hope you can see the symbol of swastika. Then causes for spread of Nazism in Germany. Germany was very much humiliated because of the Treaty of Versailles, and suffered from inflation, world depression happened in 1930s. Then Germany also faced poverty, unemployment, economic depression. So, there was a constitution and Weimar Republic after unification of Germany, but after First World War and then Versailles Treaty, Germany was blamed by German nations problem, because there was lot of problem in Germany, especially economic problems, and also all over Europe there was stagnation and depression. So, Germany was blamed not only by other countries, but also by the German people themselves. So, there was total confusion and unhappiness. At that time, Hitler rose to the scene, and he tried to influence the people through his promises, through his methods, through his speeches, through his activities. So, rise of Nazis, that is after end of First World War and after Treaty of Versailles, Germany humiliated and believed that war could have been won. So, people also believed that German could have won the war, but somehow we lost it. So, increase the feeling of pride in the German state. So, here Hitler instilled a feeling of nationalism and pride in the mind of German people. You can see the picture of Hitler. He was a soldier, actually was a soldier in World War I. Then he was disappointed with his own government. Then he joined German Workers' Party in 1919. He was an extreme nationalist, anti-communist, anti-capitalist, and anti-Jewish. So, when Hitler joined in 1919 in the Nazi party, only 55 members were there, but when Hitler took charge of this party, he encouraged others to join, and also Hitler interested in territorial expansion of Germany, because many places were lost after First World War for Germany as a result of Treaty of Versailles. So, they wanted to regain the territory. They wanted to strengthen, German people wanted to strengthen industry and military. So, Hitler seemed to provide solutions to Germany's problems. So, that is the main point you should remember. Hitler seemed to provide solutions. Solution for what? Solution for Germany's problems. So, in 1933, he became the Chancellor of Germany, and eventually he was called as Führer, that means leader. So, Nazi National Socialist German Workers' Party, and it suspended civil rights, it destroyed communist, ended political and economic freedom, created a brutal system of terror, And then there was secret police system, it's known as Gestapo. Gestapo is the name of secret police. Sometimes multiple choice questions will come, Gestapo. Then Nazi party, that was formed, we already studied it in 1919. So it began placing ads for meetings in anti-Semitic newspapers. So Hitler changed the name to National Socialist German Workers Party. So in 1920 this name was given, and by 23 the party has 40,000 members. See, remember in 1919 it had only 55 members, but within 4 years they were able to increase the members from 55 to 40,000 members. And so Germans are sympathetic to their cause, and the term Nazism, that is National Socialism, arose out of the attempts to create a nationalist redefinition of socialism. So as an alternative to both international socialism and free market capitalism. So it is an alternative. And Nazism rejected Marxist concept of class conflict. Nazism opposed to cosmopolitan internationalism and sought to convince all parts of New German society to subordinate their personal interest to the common good. So here individual freedom is not at all counted. So Nazi party told to the people of Germany to subordinate their interest to the common good, and they should believe in common good, they should give importance to state control and accept political interest as the main priority of economic organization. So everyone tried to give importance to political reorganization or political interest. Then party platform, Hitler drafted a platform of 25 points. One is revoke Versailles Treaty, revoke civil rights of Jews, confiscate new war profits. Swastika was adopted. Then Beer Hall Push, in October 30, 1923, Hitler held a rally in Munich Beer Hall and declared revolution. So this is a declaration of revolution. It led 2,000 men in takeoff over of Bavarian government. It failed and Hitler was imprisoned. So in this march, Hitler was arrested. Then at his trial, Hitler was charged with treason. He used the opportunity to speak about Nazi platform and spread his popularity. The whole nation suddenly knew who Adolf Hitler was and what he stood for. He was sentenced to 5 years, but actually only served about 9 months. When he left prison, he was ready to go into action again. So Nazis attempted a government takeover in 1923, but Hitler is arrested. During 1924, Hitler wrote Mein Kampf, or My Struggle. When he was in jail, he wrote the famous book Mein Kampf, and he blamed Germany's defeat on the racial problem and especially on Jewish people. So about this book, its Mein Kampf, or meaning is My Struggle. It was wrote in jail and it sold 5 million copies. So because of that selling of books, he became rich, and in the topics included in the book were Jews were evil. Jews were responsible for Germany's defeat in First World War, and Germans were superior race. So Hitler also disliked communism, democracy, and he wanted to attack Russia. So all his aims, goals were all depicted in this book. So Mein Kampf means My Struggle. Okay, and in which anti-Semitism, anti-Jewism, worship of power, scorn for morality and plan for world domination was clearly seen. And he believed, there was a belief that he was a German Messiah. So by the skillful and sustained use of propaganda, one can make a people see even heaven as hell, or an extremely wretched life as paradise. So this is another point you should remember, by skillful and sustained use of propaganda. So through the propaganda, one can make truth as false. So Nazi party, in 1930, Nazis received 18% of vote in parliament. In 1932, Hitler runs for president, but he loses, but he received 35% of vote. But in July 1933, Nazi party was recognized as legal party, the only party, no other party was there, one party ruled, so he became the president. Then so Treaty of Versailles, one of the reason, then growing nationalism among citizens, economic crisis, poverty, unemployment, all these reasons were for the rise of dictatorship, Nazism, fascism and all. And Mussolini and Hitler, they joined together. Mussolini wants to expand, Mussolini wants to invade Ethiopia and Albania. Major powers opposed to Mussolini. At that time Hitler supported, Germany supported Mussolini. So the only country that supported Italy's invasion was Germany. So they went together. Here you can see the picture of Hitler. This is Hitler and this is short one is Mussolini. Both Hitler and Mussolini opposed communism. As Italy moves away from major powers such as UK, Britain, they became closer to Germany. So by 1939, Second World War began. So here, in short, nationalism means extreme pride, normal pride in one's country, but extreme nationalism is extreme consciousness in one's country, and that is very dangerous also. So fascism, an Italian form of extreme nationalism. Nazism is also a German form of extreme nationalism, and they were all against, these ideologies were against democracy. And Hitler came to power after releasing from prison. He was released in 1924, and nearly 1 lakh members were there. In 1928 election was there. Nazis only got 2.6% of popular vote, because there was other parties also, and at that time Germany's economy also collapsed. So during depression, middle lower classes Germany is attracted to Hitler's appeals. Hitler gave a promise that nation will rebirth. There is rebirth of Germany is possible. So national rebirth through him, through his effort. That was a promise of Hitler. In 1932 election, Nazis won 38% of vote and became the largest party in the Reichstag. So in 1928 election, they got only 2.6% vote, but within 4 years they were able to increase their vote tremendously, and they got 38% of vote. So President Hindenburg pressurized to appoint Hitler chancellor as in 1933. So President Hindenburg appointed Adolf Hitler as chancellor in 1932, and Hitler was supported by conservative politicians and key leaders in the army and big business leaders. So these leaders mistakenly thought they would control and use Hitler, but that was not happened. And Reichstag is the name of parliament building. It was destroyed by fire just before 1933 elections. So Nazis blamed the communists. There was fear of communism among people. So Nazis won enough seats to take control of this parliament. So Nazis controlled Reichstag, passed enabling act, appointing Hitler to new post of Führer with the absolute power. So he became the true dictator. So Nazi party became the one party, that is Nazi party, and Germany had only one party, that is Nazism. Then people should loyal to Hitler, otherwise they would arrested and murdered. Hundreds of people likewise, they became killed as considering political enemies. And Hitler considered communist, social democrats, trade union leaders as enemies, and they were all arrested. So Nazis passed a law, Nuremberg law, that stripping Jews of their rights and eventually their German citizenship. That is to that is targeting Jews. That is Nuremberg laws. Then thousands of Jewish owned buildings, business and synagogues destroyed by fire and bombs. So Nazi extermination of Jews is considered as a genocide. That is a systematic extermination of whole people or race. So the terror was maintained by Nazi secret police, Gestapo. So this is burning of government propaganda and censorship. Here all other books, other party letters, all was burnt by Hitler. So these are all about Nazism. Thank you.